Warm welcome you all to channel Meet MIT, that is mathistricky.
So we can see here the question is limit x tends to 0 e power 6x minus 1 by x. So to solve this we have to use this formula. Remember, limit x tends to 0 and e power x minus 1 by x, that's value is 1. So I'm just trying to use this formula. So let's balance the given question in this form. How can we use this formula? So for this, what should we do to use this formula? Let's write like this: limit x tends to 0. Now e power 6x minus 1. So whatever is in power of x, that should be in denominator. So 6x into x. So it is now balanced. Now this will be giving you 1. So it is here 1 into 6. Answer is 6. This is your answer. So let's try next problem. So question number 22. Let's see here, question number 22. This problem is here limit x tends to e, and then the problem is log x minus 1 by x minus e. This is the problem. For this I'm going to use this formula. See here, limit x tends to 0 log 1 plus x by x equals 1. This is the formula that I'm going to use. So to change this in the formula that given to the given form, to solve this, what should I do? I'm trying to change this in this form. So what should be there? It should be log 1 plus x. So let's write here limit x tends to e, and so what we can do here, it is log x minus 1 means log e. We can write here x minus e. Okay, so we can write here limit x tends to e, and then this is log x by e, and then here x minus e. So see here, we need here a 1. So for that I'm just modifying this given expression so that limit x tends to e log x minus e plus e by e, and then whole divide x minus e. So now let's simplify further to get the answer. So you can see here now what we are getting here. So if we simplify further, we'll be getting here x tends to e, and then now it is log x minus e by e plus 1. Then now we can see here, and then in denominator x minus e, so just balance this by e into e. So this, if you see carefully, this is going to give 1. So 1 by e is your answer. Okay, the same problem can be solved in another way also. Let's see here how we can solve the same problem in another way to get the same answer. So let me write once again the problem here: limit x tends to e and log x minus 1 by x minus e. So alternative method I'm doing this is here, alternative method to solve the same problem. In this method, just I'm going to suppose the denominator as y. Let here x minus e equals y, so that then what we'll get here, then x equals e plus y, and now right here as x tends to e, if you put here x equals e minus e 0, that means y tends to 0. Now what we'll get here, so look here, so this question is going to be limit x tends to e, this means we can write here y tends to 0, and log x means e plus y and minus 1 by y. So now let's simplify further to get the answer. So what we can see here, for this if you simplify further, we are getting here limit y tends to 0 and log e plus y minus, for e we can write here log e by y. So if you simplify further, we'll be getting here limit y tends to 0 and log e plus y by e whole divided y. So now simplify further to get the answer. Limit y tends to 0. Now log 1 plus y by e. So y by e into e. This is going to give 1. So answer will be 1 by e. You can see here the same answer we have got by another method also. This is the second method. Let's solve next problem. Question number 23. Question number 23 here. Limit x tends to 0, e power ax minus e power bx by x. So in this case I'm going to use a formula limit x tends to 0. This formula I'm going to use here. So limit x tends to 0, e power x minus 1 by x equals 1. This is the formula I'm going to use. So I'll try to change the given expression in this form. So what can we do here? Let's see here. Limit x tends to 0, e power ax minus 1. I'm just adding and subtracting 1, and then plus 1 minus e power bx by x. So you can see here limit x tends to 0. Now if I separate here e power x minus 1 by x, this is the first term. Now by taking minus common here, what we can do here, we can write e power bx minus 1 by x. See here, because in our formula ex is at first, so I'm trying to put ex at first. So now to use the formula, we have to balance here a into a and here b into b, so that we'll be getting this as, you can see here, this as 1 and this as again 1. So 1 into a minus 1 into b, that is a minus b is our answer. So let me write one more problem and solve it for you. So please don't worry about the problems. Always start with the positive thinking. It's easy and we can solve. Yeah, you can solve. These problems are for you. Next problem is here. Limit x tends to 0, e power 2x minus 1 by x, and here it is 2 power x plus 1. So to solve this again here, I'm trying to use the same formula. X tends to 0, limit x tends to 0, e power x minus 1 by x as 1. Okay, so let's balance this 2x minus 1 by x into, we can write here 2x into 2. So we can write here limit x tends to 0, e power 2x minus 1 by, let's combine this here, 2x into 1 by 2 power x. So it is going to give 1, and so limit x tends to 0, 1 by 2 power x, that means 1 by 2 power 0, that is 1. This is your answer. Let me solve one more problem for you. Question number 25. Hope you are understanding these all the problems. So question number 25. Limit x tends to 0, a power x plus b power x minus 2 by x. So what's our answer? It's very simple. Just break 2 as minus 1 and minus 1 to get the answer. A power x minus 1 plus b power x minus 1 by x. So if we separate these two, we'll be getting answer x tends to 0, and it is here a power x minus 1 by x plus b power x minus 1 by x, and then formula for this is log a plus log b, and then further we can simplify this as log a into b. That's our answer. Well, thank you so much. Hope you are understanding this and these videos are being useful for you. these videos are being useful for you. Once again, I'm with you with some problems. Let's solve this problem without wasting no time. So we have this problem here. Limit x tends to pi by 2 cos x by log x minus pi by 2 plus 1. So what I'm going to do here, as I have already shared some ideas about limit, if there is cos, try to change into sine. So how can we do this? Sine pi by 2 minus x. And then now to use formula for this, we can just arrange this 1 plus x minus pi by 2, and then what do we need? We need here x minus pi by 2 in denominator to use formula, so x minus pi by 2, and to balance this we need here x minus pi by 2, so that we can use formula. So now this goes in formula, so that we'll get this as 1 for this. Now to use numerator also in formula, I'm writing here pi by 2 minus x and then pi by 2 minus x, so that this also will give 1. So remaining will be limit x tends to pi by 2. In numerator it will be pi by 2 minus x. In denominator it will be x minus pi by 2. So let's take common, and so that we'll be getting here answer x, limit x tends to pi by 2. If we take here minus common, x minus pi by 2, that is same as denominator x minus pi by 2, and by cancellation we are getting here answer minus 1. This is your answer. Also this problem can be solved by another method. So next method is here. What do we do here in this case? Next alternative method, alternatively it can be solved. Let here x minus pi by 2 as y, then you will be getting here x equals pi by 2 plus y. Then as you change the variable, you have to change the limit also. So right here, as x tends to pi by 2, if you put here x equals pi by 2, then y will tend to 0. Now see here, now the problem becomes here limit y tends to 0, and cos x means here pi by 2 plus y, and denominator is here now log, this is y plus 1. So let me solve it here, so that now we have the limit y tends to 0. In numerator it is here cos 90 plus theta means minus sine theta, that means here minus sine y, and in denominator it is here log 1 plus y. To use formula in denominator, I'm dividing and multiplying by y. So to use formula in numerator also, multiplying and divide by y, so that this will give 1, this also will give 1, and this y cancel, so that we are getting here minus 1. Same answer we have. Okay, let's try another problem. The next problem is here limit, let me write another problem for you. Here it is 27 number. Limit x tends to 2 x minus 2 by log here x minus 1. Okay, so you can see here, if you put here x equals 2 minus 2, 0 is in numerator. In denominator also 2 minus 1 log 1 is 0. It is in the form 0 by 0. So how do we solve this? So as before, simply we can write here x tends to 2, x minus 2 is in numerator. So just write here log x minus 2 plus 1. So if you see here, it is in the form here x, limit x tends to 2, x tends to 2, that is, also you can write here x minus 2 tends to 0, same thing. Okay, don't worry about this. So 1 by, we can write here log x 1 plus x minus 2, and then whole divide x minus 2. It is in the form log 1 plus x by x, so it will give 1. So 1 by 1 is your answer 1. This is our final answer. So hope you understood this and hope you are enjoying watching these videos. Please, if you like this video, don't hesitate to share among your friends. For this problem, one more method I'm sharing here. This can be solved by another method also, that is by supposition. How can we solve this? So let's suppose here, let x minus 2 as here. If we suppose here x minus 2 as y, then what do we get? X equals 2 plus y. Alternative method, as we are changing the variable, let's change the limit also. As x tends to 2, y tends to 0. Put here 2, so it will be 0. Now let's see how we are getting the answer. Already I have shared one method, so our limit changes as y tends to 0, and then here y by log x means 2 plus y, 2 plus y minus 1. So what we are getting here, let me solve it for you. Limit y tends to 0, y by, so limit 1 plus y. To use formula, let's write here by y into y. So this gives 1, y and y cancel, so we have the same answer. Oh, thank you so much for watching, and please keep on watching my videos. If you want to know and boost up your mathematics, I've already made 100 plus videos for you. You can go to my videos and then watch them. Okay, let me solve another problem for you. Question number 28. Suppose here the question is limit x tends to 0 e power 10x minus 1 by x. So how will you solve it? So I don't think it's difficult. Just use the concept that I have shared with you. So let's write here, always whatever is in the power of e, it should be in denominator. So let's write like that, e power 10x minus 1 by 10x. Let's balance this, 10x by x, and as this goes in formula, and so we can write here this as formula, so 1, and 10x by x already proved as 1, so it is here and 1, answer is 1. Okay, so hope you understood this. If you have any confusion, write it in your comment. So another problem I'm taking for you, 29 number, 29, limit x tends to 0 e power, again let's suppose here 10 cube x minus 1 by x cube. So don't worry, this can be also solved in very easy way, in very short time. So it will be here again, e power 10 cube x minus 1. So just put the new whatever is the power of e in denominator. So 10 cube x into, so into, just balance this to get the answer. Here 10 cube x by x cube, and we know that this is going to be 1, and then this is again 1, 10 as 10x by x is 1, or I can simplify further for you. This is 1, so I'm going to write it 1 into 10x by x whole cube. So let's further simplify this to get answer, or you can write direct also. This is 1, so limit x tends to 0, and this is sin x by x into 1 by cos x. If you have confusion, you can do like this, or you can direct write answer. This is 1, and cos x will be, so what we can write here, 1 by cos 0 whole cube, and that's simply 1. This is how we can solve the problem in very easy way, in very short time. Hope you are understanding this, and please, if you like this video, don't forget to share and share among your friends. 30 number, this is number 30, one more problem I'm taking for you, and then I'll be moving to next question. Next problem, suppose your limit x tends to 0 a power x plus b power x minus c power x minus d power x by x. How do you solve it? So simply, as I told you, remember the formula that we are going to use here. So simply let's write like this: a power x minus 1 by x. Okay, so let me write here like this: a power x minus 1 plus b power x minus 1, and then here plus okay, so minus c power x minus 1, okay, and then here and minus common and d power x minus 1 by x. So you can see here it is already balanced. Minus 1 minus 2, so minus minus plus 1 and plus 1 plus 2 we are getting. So what we can write here for this x tends to 0, this is going to give a power x minus 1 by x plus b power x minus 1 by x minus c power x minus 1 by x, and then here minus d power x minus 1 by x. Okay, so simply it is here log a plus log b minus log c minus log d. So we can write here this as let me write here answer for this. So simply we can write here log a plus b is log a into b minus common then log c into d, and then we have formula log ab by cd. That's your answer. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Limit x tends to 0, a power x plus b power x plus c power x minus 3 by x. So this can be easily solved here. Limit x tends to 0, and then here a power x minus 1 plus b power x minus 1 plus c power x minus 1 by x. So just separate this. Limit x tends to 0, and then a power x minus 1 by x, we can write like this, plus b power x minus 1 by x plus c power x minus 1 by x. And for this we have the formula. So it is here log a plus log b plus log c. So what's your answer? And then we can have a log properties for this. So answer is log a b c. That's your answer. So also there is trick for this type of problem. If the question is in this form, simply write here. Trick is also trick. You can solve this within second. So simply it will be log, multiply these numbers. So a into b into c. Direct answer log. And remember 1, 2, 3. So it should be 3 here. Log a b c. It is going to work. Okay, so let's see another problem. Suppose the question is here, instead of plus, suppose it is, the question is like this. Question number 31. Log ax minus log bx plus cx minus dx by x. So how will we do? Here the problem is sorry, limit. Suppose the problem is here like this: limit x tends to 0 and a power x minus b power x plus c power x minus d power x. So what we can do here, same thing. X tends to 0. Let's write here a power x minus 1 by and then plus here c power x minus 1. Okay, and then now let's take here minus common from last to b power x plus d power x, and then here minus and minus 1, so minus 2 we can write there to get the answer. So by x, let's separate this. So limit x tends to 0, and then if we separate here a power x minus 1 by x plus c power x minus 1 by x, and now if we write like this here, minus common, and then b power x minus 1 by x, then plus d power x minus 1 by x. You can write like this. So you can check here, sorry, here not minus, it will be here if we take here plus, so here it is minus 2, so you can write minus because of minus sign. So what we are getting here, limit x tends to 0, and this is here log a plus log, here now it will be log will be removed, log c, and minus log b minus log d. So answer is here log a into c minus log b into d, and properties of log is here log ac by bd. So now for this I'm sharing here one trick also. Look here, in this type of problem always the trick is here, right here log, always log in this type of problem, answer will be here this and this plus, so right here in numerator a into c, then minus 1 this, so it will be denominator. Direct you can add that. Hope you understood this, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel and share among your friends if you like, and encourage through sharing among your friends. So for you all, I'm just writing here one question. Please try by yourself and write its answer in. God bless you.
Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you like this video. Please do share this video with your friends, in your circle, in your social media, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you so much. God bless you.